Hi, I'm Tracey. I've met with thousands of moms just like you. If you've started your search for a breast pump, you probably realize that there are a ton of options out there. It can feel a little overwhelming. So we're here to walk you through the different types of pumps, talk through the pros and cons, and help you find one that fits your lifestyle without compromising your comfort or the amount of milk you make. There are a few different types or categories of pumps to consider, including traditional pumps, wearable pumps, passive pumps, and manual pumps. Factors like how often you plan to pump, where you plan to pump, the number of kids you have at home, and what your work looks like may impact your decision. You might even find yourself purchasing more than one pump. Feeding is a journey, and your needs will likely change over time. So let's get into it. Traditional pumps, also called wall pumps, may be what you have in mind when you think about pumping. They usually need to be plugged into an outlet and have a large motor. Historically, these were the pumps that most moms used as their primary pumps, although this is changing as more good wearable options become available. Moms like that these pumps are built with hospital-grade suction and use a tug and release pattern to pull milk from the breast through a flange tunnel and into the bottle. On the flip side, they can be loud, bulky, and inconvenient, making it hard to do anything aside from pumping since you're plugged into the wall. You also can't customize the suction for each breast. Traditional pumps are a good choice if you'll mostly be pumping at home and don't mind dealing with cords. They also might be a good choice if you aren't pumping frequently. Wearable pumps are another option, and moms are increasingly choosing them as their primary pumps. They sit inside your bra and don't need to be plugged in while you pump. Beyond that, they can vary quite a bit. Across the board, moms love the freedom and flexibility that these pumps provide, making it possible to multitask and pump on the go. They also love the tech-enabled features such as the ability to customize suction on each breast for optimal milk output. On the flip side, they can be more expensive, and it can be a little harder to get the hang of flange size and fit. The most important thing to know is that they're not all created equal, so you really need to do your research. For example, some wearable pumps have hospital-strength suction and many levels of stimulation and expression, but others don't. Some are totally hands-free and in-bra, while others have external motors that sit on top of the milk container. Some wearables sit in your bra but have external motors and tubing. Some are app-connected with real-time milk volume tracking, but others require manual control. And some allow for a wide range of leak-proof mobility, while others require you to remain pretty upright. Wearable pumps are great if you want to pump while playing with your baby or toddler, getting things done around the house, or once you've returned to work. Since they're quiet and discreet, they can really go anywhere you go, and if you choose one with an app, you can manage your session without reaching into your bra. Passive pumps are sometimes called milk collectors. Designed without a motor, they're usually made of silicone and create natural suction to induce letdown. Passive pumps are used in the early days to deal with acute conditions like plug ducts or engorgement, since relief depends on continued milk flow. Once supply has been established, these pumps can also give you a bit of relief if your breasts are feeling full between feeding sessions. On the flip side, they can be a little awkward and bulky, and because they have no motor, if you plan to pump with any real frequency, you'll want an electric pump as well. Manual pumps or hand pumps are another option. Like traditional pumps, these usually have a flange connected to a bottle. These pumps aren't electric and instead require you to manually press on the handle repeatedly to stimulate milk flow. Like passive pumps, hand pumps can be helpful when trying to relieve conditions like clogged ducts or if you just need to remove a little milk in between feeding sessions. If you're nursing most of the time and only need to pump occasionally, these may be a good option. On the other hand, if you're pumping frequently, you will want an electric pump in addition to a hand pump. Moms like how small and portable these pumps are and how simple they are to use. There's not much of a learning curve. On the flip side, constant pumping can be hard on your hand, and they're definitely on the bulkier side. Finally, you might have heard of hospital-grade pumps that you can rent until you're ready to purchase your own pump. Unlike the other pumps we've talked about, these are multi-user pumps that feature a protective barrier to prevent cross-contamination. They provide powerful suction and are pretty heavy and bulky. Most moms find that they can get great milk output without going this route. No matter what type of pump you pick, there are a few things to look for and look out for. The first is FDA approval. Breast pumps are medical devices, and FDA clearance means that they're safe to use. Unfortunately, pump brands aren't always straightforward about this, so make sure to do your research. The second is a brand with a customer care team that's based in the US and available in real time to answer your questions. Like all things baby feeding, pumping comes with a learning curve, and access to support is critical when you're getting started. You'll likely need it. Finally, you'll want to look for a pump that's covered by insurance. You are likely to get more coverage when buying a traditional pump, but you can save significantly on wearable pumps as well. All you need is a prescription from your OB/GYN to kickstart the process. Now you're ready to pump. I hope that you're feeling ready to pick a pump now that you've learned more about your options. Don't forget to subscribe for more pumping information.